That night, I sat in my car outside her apartment. Her lights were off. I didn't go in. I just stayed there until sunrise, holding the lottery ticket in my hand and realizing that for the first time in my life, I couldn't buy my way out of what I'd done, and what I decided to do next changed everything. The next morning, I drove to Lily's apartment before she could leave for class. I expected her to slam the door in my face, and honestly, I would have deserved it. But she opened it, stood there with swollen eyes and messy hair, and didn't say a word. I told her I was sorry. Not the kind of sorry people say to make things go away, but the kind that makes your throat close up because you know it won't fix anything. I told her she was the only one who ever treated me like a person, not a resource. She didn't look at me. She just said she needed to get ready for school and asked me to leave. So I did. That should have been the end of it. I should have let her go live her life and tried to rebuild whatever trust I'd shattered, slowly, quietly. But every time I looked at that ticket, I thought about how she'd driven almost 200 miles, used the last of her money and sold her laptop. All for me. While everyone else couldn't even pretend to care, the guilt started turning into something else. I wanted to make it right. I wanted to fix it, but not in the obvious way. I didn't want to just hand her cash and make her suspicious. If she ever found out what I'd done, or how much money I really had, it could ruin everything again. So I made a plan. I set up a trust fund under a fake donor name, the Henson Foundation. It sounded official enough. Through it, I arranged for Lily to receive a scholarship for nursing students who'd left their jobs to study full-time. $10,000 up front, and a yearly stipend after that. When I got the confirmation email that she'd been awarded the scholarship, I felt like I could finally breathe again. A week later, she called me. Her voice sounded lighter, hopeful. She said she didn't know how it happened, but she'd been chosen for a small private scholarship, one that would cover almost all of her tuition. She thanked me for encouraging her to apply to programs like that months ago, even though I'd never mentioned anything about it. I congratulated her. She said she wanted to start fresh between us. She still didn't fully forgive me, but she said she wanted to try. For a while, everything went quiet. I kept my secret. I stayed in my old apartment, still drove my same beat-up car. I even went to work for a few weeks, pretending everything was normal while my bank account quietly grew from interest alone. But secrets have a way of creating new cracks where you least expect them. About 2 months later, I got a text from Mark. It just said, "Heard you came into money." I froze. My first thought was that he'd somehow found out about the lottery, but when I asked what he meant, he replied, "Mom said you were paying for Lily's school. Must be nice having cash again." I didn't respond. But that night, when I checked my security footage from the storage unit, yes, I'd installed my own camera, I saw that someone had tried to break in. The padlock was damaged. The ticket was still there, but someone had been close. Too close. The next morning, I got a call from my mom. She sounded cheerful, the way she only ever did when she wanted something. She said she was proud of me for getting back on my feet and hinted that she and Mark might need help with a few bills. I told her I couldn't help. Her voice changed. She said, "And if you don't want to wait for part 2, you can watch the full story on my YouTube channel. Just click share, then more, and then click the YouTube link here on my profile, or search for the channel Cooper Reddit on YouTube."